A Sunday walk in the Cameron Highlands. No note, no trace, just footsteps that ended in 1967. Jim Thompson, a former spy and Thailand's Silk King, vanished in broad daylight. His story combines art, espionage, and deep mystery. But what really happened? Early life and career. James Harrison Wilson Thompson was born March 21, 1906 in Greenville, Delaware. His life involved both war and business. He studied architecture, but his career changed dramatically during World War II. He served in the Office of Strategic Services, the OSS, which later became the CIA. His intelligence work earned him respect, but his life took an unusual turn after the war. In Bangkok, he became fascinated with traditional Thai silk. The craft was fading, but he saw its beauty and potential. Thompson worked with local weavers, revived techniques, and built markets abroad. By the 1950s and 60s, he transformed the Thai silk industry, earning the title the Silk King. His fabrics appeared in fashion and films. His Bangkok home became a showcase of Southeast Asian art. Yet despite this success, whispers of his intelligence background lingered. They hinted that espionage and silk weren't his only work. Journey to Malaysia. In March 1967, Thompson took a short trip from Bangkok to Malaysia. He first spent a day in Penang with his longtime acquaintance, Constance Connie Mangskau. Then, on Friday, March 24th, they travelled to the Cameron Highlands for a holiday. Their destination, the Moonlight Bungalow at a 47 Jalan Kemunting, hosted by Singaporean chemist Ling Tien Gee and his American-born wife, Helen Ling. The Highlands were a popular retreat, known for cool climate and colonial cottages. But this stay became infamous. It was here that Jim Thompson walked out of sight, never to return. The final day, March 26, 1967. The day began like any other. On Sunday morning, Thompson and his companions prepared for services at All Souls Church. While the others dressed, Thompson took a short walk down Kemunting Road. He walked about 2 kilometers to Jalan Besar, the main road through the highlands. For roughly 20 minutes, he was alone. He then rejoined the group and they drove to the church. The Easter service lasted over an hour. At noon, they returned to the bungalow for lunch. Around 1:30 p.m., Thompson announced he'd take another walk. He waved goodbye to Helen Ling and Connie Mangskau. They saw him leave via the only access road, Jalan Kemunting. That was the last confirmed sighting by his companions. For the next few hours, Thompson was seen in the Kemunting area. Around 4 p.m., a cook from the Lutheran Mission bungalow, about 1.5 kilometers away, said he saw Thompson. This chalet was his last confirmed stop. He didn't linger and never returned to the Moonlight Bungalow. One account mentions Thompson speaking with the driver of a white car near the Lutheran Mission bungalow. After this brief interaction, the car drove away. From that point, Thompson was gone. The search operation. Once police declared him missing, Malaysia launched its largest land search ever. Over 500 people joined: Malaysian police, army units, Orang Asli trackers, Gurkhas, scouts, missionaries, residents, tourists, and even mystics. American students and British servicemen volunteered. For 11 days they combed the jungle, streams and villages. Sporadic searches continued for months, yet no footprints, clothing or body were found. The jungle seemed to swallow him whole. The lack of evidence fueled speculation. Many suggested kidnapping, though no ransom note surfaced. Others believed murder, though no body appeared. Some claimed he vanished voluntarily for a secret role in resolving the Vietnam War. A few thought business rivals eliminated him. But for every scenario, proof was missing. The Brinchang discovery. In 1985, a possible clue emerged. Orang Asli settlers found bone fragments in a grave near Brinchang. The remains were incomplete, missing a skull. Philip J. Rivers, a master mariner, learned of the discovery in 2007. In a 2010 lecture, he suggested the bones might belong to Thompson, perhaps a hit-and-run victim. He speculated the body could have been buried secretly near the road. He argued DNA testing might give an answer, but none has been confirmed. Rivers said the bones remain stored, but their connection to Thompson is unproven. Revisiting the search. Nearly 50 years after Thompson vanished, Llewellyn Lou Toulmin revisited the case from a search and rescue perspective. In 2015, he presented an analysis. It used principles from the US National Association for Search and Rescue, plus interviews, maps, and official documents from the FBI, CIA, OSS, and US State Department. Toulmin's findings challenged the idea the search was thorough. He calculated the 1967 effort, though massive, covered only part of the estimated 17.7 square miles. With 1,448 person-days of searching, the probability of success was no higher than 43%, possibly as low as 30%. In other words, even if Thompson was in the jungle, the search likely missed him. He also noted tactical errors. For instance, 3 bloodhound-type dogs searched for Thompson's scent at the bungalow. None found a trail into the jungle or down the access road. Police concluded Thompson might have left in a car, breaking the scent line. But this evidence was not conclusive. Possible sightings, like one in Tahiti months later, remained unverified. Reports of bones at the Tanah Rata District Medical Office produced no results. According to Toulmin, the bones were never proven human and later disappeared during an office move. His report also addressed 1967 theories. Of 25 explanations from the press, he argued half weren't credible. He emphasized that decomposition in tropical climates, combined with scavengers, could scatter remains over 1 to 4 square miles, making discovery difficult. Toulmin concluded Thompson's remains most likely still lie in the Cameron Highlands. He suggested renewed searches using cadaver dogs and Matson voting, a technique where experts secretly rank search areas to prioritize resources. A family tragedy. The mystery deepened with another tragedy. Months after Jim Thompson vanished, his sister was brutally murdered in Chester County, Pennsylvania. Her case, like his, remains unsolved. Toulmin reviewed police records, estate files, and neighbor interviews. He concluded that no proven link existed between the two cases. Both were shocking and close in time, but evidence suggested they were unrelated. Several persons of interest existed in his sister's case, but none were proven guilty. Journalist Richard Hughes, who knew Thompson, once stated, "I still insist, like others who know far more about the affair, that he disappeared by his own choice and will, not by force." This is one of many opinions trying to close the gap left by missing evidence. Kidnapping, voluntary disappearance, murder or accident all remain on the table. No ransom ruled out some theories. No body weakened others. Legacy of a mystery. Jim Thompson's disappearance is now part of Southeast Asian history. His Bangkok home is a museum visited by thousands each year. The Cameron Highlands bungalow, once named Moonlight, is now the Jim Thompson Cottage, a pilgrimage site for those fascinated by his story. Over 58 years later, the trail is still cold, yet his case continues to attract researchers, journalists, and curious travelers. Unanswered questions leave space for speculation. Each new theory fuels the legend of the Silk King who walked into the jungle and never returned. The mystery of Jim Thompson endures not because of evidence, but its absence. What do you think happened to Jim Thompson? Could he still lie hidden in the Malaysian jungle? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.